I'll let you do the first one up here.
Yep. Thank you very much indeed. So here we are spawning the upper left. Teamless no more. He's a rebel. Give it up for BYUN.
And his opponent down here in the bottom. He is a very grateful guy. Representing himself. It is TY. Thank you for this series.
By the way, TY is a member of the Freaks.
I know. I realized that as I was saying it. You know,
How dare you not have an encyclopedic knowledge of literally every little bit of StarCraft?
You know what? If you're talking about lore, like I know pretty much like 80 to 90% of it. But when it comes to the actual players, who knows? These are just some nobody guys from 2005-ish.
Yeah, sounds about right. Man, I'm excited.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited for this one. I literally just cast BYUN yesterday, play an absolutely fantastic series versus Cure in a TVT. Spoiler alert, at the very last second, BYUN won. And overall, like, his TVT is just miles ahead. And, you know, TY, he's not in a slump per se, but he certainly is not as good as he has shown himself to be, even kind of focusing a little bit more on the casting aspects of things as he's joined Park on the production desk of GSL.
Hey now, Pastor,
after his elimination.
You say that, but TY probably has the greatest TVT of all time. And actually, it's pretty cool. You talk about seeing BYUN. I also cast BYUN yesterday because apparently all we do here at Alpha X is cast BYUN games. Well, the really cool thing is notice this this barracks factory positioning, which I'm not exactly sure the reasoning behind it. I'm trying to figure that out, but BYUN went for a similar positioning here on the north side. He put his barracks and factory here in the series against Innovation for the ITAC semifinals. But he went for the same build. So I don't know whether this was something that BYUN has come up with and TY is copying, but we're just seeing TY do it first here or what. But it's kind of cool to see what I assume it is BYUN saying, oh, hey, that's a good idea. Putting the stuff there, it makes scouting a little bit more difficult, whatever.
Well,
I'm going to take that idea.
Do you know why TY I put it there? Because BYUN put down a bunker in the main base because he thought that he was getting cheesed hard. So really just forcing a big reaction out of BYUN here, slowing him down a bit. As we do see TY now is going to have a much larger lead on getting that getting that natural CC up. He's going to have the he's going to have a much more mobile force, a little bit more map presence out because he can go up that ramp into the natural a little bit easier. And he's feeling really pretty here. Look at this, 37 to 36. It might not seem like the biggest of deals, but it is a mirror.
Well, yeah. Well, now BYUN does have a worker lead, though. It's kind of interesting. You talk about that. I am rather surprised to see BYUN react, and I'm rather surprised to just see the barracks being a little bit further out of vision to have such a big impact. Because you scout with the SCV, right? You start going up the ramp, you say, okay, there's nothing here. But as soon as you find your way out into the main base, the SCV should have vision. But I guess the SCV is going to break towards the command center, which does mean that maybe that barracks is not going to get scouted, and it serves kind of as an in-base macro axe. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, you're right. So that is certainly a benefit of things. But I was more going to say why I was excited. I actually have a real microphone coming on in today. And yeah, it's going to be cool. I got the mic. I got the boom arm yesterday. And which is kind of funny. So I have the boom arm set up on my desk and I actually can't use it. So I feel like I'd rather have the microphone first than I'd have the boom. But anyway.
Yeah, I think BYUN would prefer to not have this in his main base as well. It's like running back into the game as those Marines taking some big damage here. Looks like the lock-on is going to shoo that away a little bit there. But honestly, that was a really good drop from TY. He just killed about 3 workers while still having the Hellions alive. So he's got to be feeling pretty happy there because now that drop is just an ever-looming threat. He's got to keep the Cyclones there to defend.
I mean, so yeah, it's probably not within lock-on range because, of course, lock-on range is a lot shorter than lock-on maintaining lock-on range. So man, I'm like, man, why doesn't BYUN just scan there and kill that off? But yeah, he will not have the range for that, even if he, you know, makes. Look how active he's being with the Cyclone, by the way, just changing the patrol position every couple seconds. But now the Raven's going to dive on into the natural. A couple more SCVs will go down. I think there was like one more SCV. And TY, I like how aggressive he's being in this game. This is not the standard in this matchup. I mean, yes, they're like the tank pushes, the kitchen sink builds, but this kind of oddball bit of aggression, it's not quite the meta. But now BYUN here, he's got to drop on the other side of the map as well, looking to punch and counter punch indeed. But there's a tank. There are a couple of Marines here. This should not get nearly as much done as TY was able to accomplish. So in the main base, but again, there's a tank there. So this, oh, actually what we might see here is, no, he's not going to do it. See, yeah, BYUN just drop on top of the SCVs one at a time and let the tank friendly fire kill things off. But no, TY, he doesn't see. She understands that that is a potential problem. But hey, a couple workers do go down as this drop does go on down as well. And with the Cyclone here, where are we? Let's see. 9 total workers killed by TY, 6 killed by BYUN. And that means TY has a 2 worker lead, but a 5 army lead. Honestly, kind of evens out just a little.
Yeah, TY is heavily supply blocked, though. That is hilarious to see that losing those SCVs actually helped him out a bit, because it means he will have the supply to get that siege tank up. Oh my god, he still hasn't even started rebuilding the other supply depot yet. Oh my goodness, that is a huge mistake. It's there in the natural. But now we do see TY coming in once again with this big push. He will be able to get a quick cancel on the third base here. No third base of its own. It's still building in the main base here as BYUN is just gearing up with 4 workers. There's a lot of action everywhere. This is really scrappy. Are we on the North America server?
I mean, NA
yes,
doesn't mean scrappy. NA just means the builds don't make sense. Nothing makes sense. So now we do have BYUN. He's looking for a bit of a break here. The tank will be disabled. The Cyclone's going to knock that down. So now BYUN, he's got a pole position here in the natural. But what we got to remember is there is about 16 stim Marines that are going to look to run on in from behind, and that's the break that TY is going to be looking for here. He can afford to take a couple shots on his command center for just a little bit of time. He knows that he's in a good spot. Now with the Vikings here as well, they're going to shoot the Ravens away. And okay, TY just have to start mass repairing that. And there we go. But now we have the break coming on in the tank show.
Here we go.
Up. Well, not yet, actually.
Yeah, BYUN making his move. It looks like he will be able to unsiege that tank with the lockdown, so he will be able to get that in. That's going to help out a little bit here. But the Ravens coming home. TY getting the surround, and he will be able to clean this up. So a fantastic little cleanup right there. BYUN plummeting in terms of that supply. Back at home, what does he really have? He's got about 12 Marines, 3 siege tanks. So he's not dead by any stretch of the imagination, but with no third base, he has decided to say, you know what? I'm just going to stay on 2 base. I'm going to try and kill you. Let's see if I can win. And as I say that, he drops down the 3rd CC, so ignore everything I just said.
Yeah, he did opt to go for those additional 2 barracks before he gets this 3rd command center, though, which will enable him to really get really aggressive, right? Having those additional 2 barracks, so additional 4 Marines at a time, does mean that he will have a powerful army. But one thing we've learned in TVT is 2 base all-ins are not very good. I'm granted he does have a 3rd base on the way, but still like a 2.5 base attack, right? Not very good because tanks are a thing. Now BYUN's going to look to try to, or TY is going to look to try to change that by, well, he has a Liberator here. That Cyclone, he's just going to get bopped down from the sky. And now with the Liberators just slowly pushing on forward, TY has the air dominance, of course, so it's not going to be like BYUN can really break that all that easily. So the tanks are just slowly being forced back and back and back. And every time this happens, well, we do have a Raven that's going to go on in, and it looks like just barely, yeah, the forward tank there will be disabled for the time being. So that does mean the Liberator will go down, but now there's a second one here. And now we have TY is going to look to stim on in. Vikings are going to land on top of everything, and there's just nothing here from BYUN. GG, TY takes game number 1.
All right. So down here in the bottom, he is representing Shopify and the Rebellion. Give it up for BYUN.
And his opponent in the upper right in the blue, he is, of course, representing the Africa Freaks, up 1-0 in this series, the master of the mirror. He is TY.
And you know, what's funny is I was thinking about this the other day. So the team is called the Shopify Rebellion.
Yep.
And if you know anything about Shopify, it is this really, really big. I see the two racks. We'll get to that in a second. But what are you rebelling from with Shopify? Because technically, like Shopify is this big empire of like a company. So it's kind of an oxymoron to be rebels and under a big corporation.
Not really, right? Because Shopify was super disruptive. It's still a relatively small company, and they rebelled against the way that e-commerce worked. Used to work, or storefronts, online storefronts used to work. So, you know, their argument is that they rebelled against the status quo, and yes, they've been able to grow because of that, but still, they are still a disruptive force in the marketplace, and therefore that is their rebellion. But what do you think about this game, Pastor? We have Proxy Reaper versus Proxy Reaper. This is going to be double Proxy Reaper, both abroad here for TY, single home, single abroad for BYUN. And I think this probably favors TY, because he's going to be able to go 2 Reapers on 1 immediately. And yes, BYUN will be able to run his Reapers on the other side of the map, but he's going to have a Reaper. He's going to have 1 Reaper in TY's main base, and TY should have 2 in BYUN's base immediately. And the Reaper of with the Reaper of BYUN dying, that means he's going to be able to snowball rather quickly indeed.
Yeah, that is some good math right there. The one thing for BeoMulf as well is that he did try to get that CC in. So he's not, like you said, he's not going to have that real Reaper count in order to do something. The SCV's getting caught by the KDA charge as well. The bunker trying to get there. But I think this actually is a little bit better for BeoMulf because there is nothing back at home for TY, so he is not mining at all. We can say that BeoMulf is a little bit behind in terms of that, but now he can just drop down a couple of Marines, and as long as he can hold on to this high ground location, he should be feeling pretty good. I don't like that. I don't like that BeoMulf is like not back in TY's base. And as I say that, yeah, all the units did go down.